I'm
Kim
sorry,
James.
Kim James, right. Thank you. Yeah. On my page.
Out or
Hey, good morning and welcome to TalkBack Live. We have some very special guests on us with today. I want to welcome Bishop Perry Lorenzo Austin and Kim James, all the way from Virginia. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to TalkBack Live. We've got a lot of good information to share today to the viewing audience. Not a lot of time, but we got a lot of good information. We're going to talk about health, ways to improve their style of living. COVID-19 epidemic has really affected all of us all over the country. It's affected our health. It's affected our economy. So we've got two special guests today that's going to give us some really good information about a product that they represent that's going to help us live better, breathe better. And I'm going to let them really just get started and talk about what they have to offer and share the really good information. First, I'm going to welcome the Bishop, Perry Lorenzo Austin. Tell us, sir, about this product and tell us how you got involved. Tell us first about yourself, introduce yourself, and tell us how where you're from and how you got involved.
I'm Bishop Perry Austin. I'm in Suffolk, Virginia, and I am a business broker during the day. So I actually kind of fell upon this particular product that's out here through some research, and as well as some people that were looking to finance larger projects with the units. And I realized that we didn't have it in our space. So I decided to bring it into the Virginia market, and then it's kind of expanded up and down the East Coast. And actually, we're getting ready to move nationally. So we're pretty excited about that.
That's exciting news. So tell us, you're a bishop of a church there locally in Suffolk, Virginia. What drew you to, let's start there. What drew you to this product to begin with?
Well, like I said before, we didn't have it. We didn't recognize it. We didn't realize it was not in our community. And so because we had this technology that was there that was fighting and being able to move and maneuver within this space that we are in called, COVID, and it was a helpful unit to be able to do that. That's why I said, well, let's bring it back. And I got with my friend there. I always saw him a doctor himself, but Deacon Kim, to be able to come on in and say, hey, let's do this and bring this to market and share it with our people so that we can get people open back up within the church space, within the business space, as well as protecting our homes and our families.
So let me ask you personally, have you had anyone affected by COVID? Because it has affected all of us all over the country. Yeah. Have you had anyone in your parishioners, anyone in the church affected?
I had. Let me tell you my story. I had caught it, and I was coming back from Vegas, and when I really protected, really, making sure I'm good, and still caught it. And the beauty of it is I have my wife, myself, and my two children and my grandson living with me, and I have a home unit in my space. They were not affected while we were going through, even though we did the quarantine, but they, we live in the same space, about a 3,000 square foot home, but they were not affected when we were positive, and they never got affected. So this stuff really was a good test. I can speak from my own space and saying it just blew my mind. So even during that process, I still was able to have my family protected.
And you're saying have the family protected because of the product that you're going to talk about today?
Correct. Yes, ma'am. Because of the home unit that we have, it covers about 3,000 square feet of a home, and air is air, and this is an airborne situation that we're in. So because it's an airborne situation, even though we quarantine, I've known families that they've quarantined, they've still got it. But because of what we have, and my personal space that I'm in, I can honestly say, and look you guys dead in the eye, my grandson is good, my daughter is good, and my baby boy is good as well. So I'm
well,
really excited.
That's great. We're gonna really share some good information today. I want to remind the viewing audience out there, please, if you have a question for Bishop today, or even for Kim James, please type in your question. We're going to get them to answer your questions today. Maybe you have a loved one or know someone who's been affected by COVID who don't know anyone about now. I mean, who hasn't been affected by COVID. At this point, I'm going to bring in Kim James, also from Virginia. Are you from Suffolk, Kim? Or
I'm in Virginia Beach.
You're in Virginia Beach. Okay, I used to live in Virginia Beach for almost 20 years. So I'm very familiar with the Virginia area, lived throughout the Hampton Roads area for almost 20 years. It's I have a great fondness for the state of Virginia in my heart. So it's a pleasure to bring you guys on and talk about this innovative product. that you represent. So that brings me to this, Kim. The active, you've got Valari, you've got ActivePure Technology. This ActivePure Technology, and then I know on your logo it says quality of breath. So help us determine the difference between Valari, quality of breath. Help us with that.
Sure. So quality of breath is a number of entrepreneurs that we realize we solely cannot get this information out, but we can come together and spread it, jointly. So it's better to work as a group compared to one person spreading the message and the information and the science.
So quality of breath is a group of entrepreneurs?
Correct. So
they're all over from all over the country that you guys connect and.
Yes. So,
okay.
Yes, we all came together to realize we can do better as a group compared to individually attempting to get this information out to the public and out to our communities. Because we are all different locations, we get to share this information broadly so we can come together as unison in the same message so that it's not confusing, because a lot of people have not heard of this technology. And in order for them to hear about it, they're going to need more than one reference, if that makes sense. So
of course it does. Of course. So, okay. So I don't mean to interrupt you, but what you're wearing around your neck, is that what you call ActivePure Technology?
Yes, this is one of the devices. It's a personal unit. It covers roughly 300 square feet on the inside. So this protects you where it breaks up the cellular structure of COVID, of bacteria, mold, mildew, things that are harmful to you to breathe. So this is a personal shield. So though the mask is, mandated, is needed, it is the bare minimum according to the CDC, not my science, the CDC science. It is the bare minimum. So this is another weapon that's a lot higher than the mask. So whether you wear a mask or not, we still ask that you, get something to break up what's coming at your mask and what's attempting to get into your body. So those things that will get through the mask, we know the science says that this will break it up.
I see. May I ask you the same question as I did the bishop? Have you been personally affected by COVID? Know anyone, any family members or loved one who's been infected or caught COVID?
Yes, my wife works for the state, so she's been exposed to it repeatedly. We came down with it because she brought it home. I was wearing the personal unit. It didn't occur to me to wear it into the house. It was new technology and we didn't understand. I didn't personally understand to keep it on inside the house. However, the day after she got tested positive, our home unit arrived and we turned that on, and our symptoms were bare minimum.
Yep.
And our recovery was a lot quicker than 14 days. So with that being said, we were able to purify the air. And on top of that, we've had exposure to Delta and COVID repeatedly over the last year and a half or so. Our machines, we've had plenty of functions at our house and Bishop Perry's place. We invite people over. When you come into our house, we have a poster on our front screen door that says, "This house is protected by ActivePure," as seen on PBS, one of our stickers. No one, you don't need to wear a mask in my house. We have a backyard, we have a townhouse. You're free to walk around, mask on, mask off. We prefer you to have your mask off because your mask is generating more bacteria, and we prefer you to utilize what's here. So when people take their mask off, it's automatically demolishing, destroying what's coming out of your mouth and what's on your clothes. So we have people walk in and don't want to leave because the air is so crisp and so refreshing. So people who have sinuses come in, no more sinuses. We've had visitors from out of town, never use their inhaler, never use their asthma pump. So this is a type of technology where people come in our house, they don't want to leave because they don't get infected with COVID. And we've had most recently a wedding in our house. Don't ask me how that happened. I agreed to a reception. My wife changed it. And that man there, we call upon him to do the nuptials, the ceremony. So with that being said, my niece and nephew who are younger, who don't quite subscribe to the technology, came in and we didn't realize that they had COVID. We found out a couple of days later. However,
wow.
No one, after 3 weeks of testing, no one left with COVID except for them.
Wow. So now help the viewers understand how this technology actually works. Would your guests that came, let's say, for example, to the wedding, did they also have to have this mobile device in order to benefit from it? Or was it just something that if you and your wife had it on, let's say, it just totally changed the air. Is that what we're saying here?
What's in the air is attacked, meaning as soldiers go out on a war landscape, this device, this technology literally sends out attack elements in the air to begin attacking the things that are harmful to us in breathing. One of them being COVID, one of them being bacteria, mold, E. coli. It's a long list of things that are attacked. So with that answer, yes, because we have this unit on, this is one unit personally. Our home unit, which is called a pro unit, is running 24 hours a day while it's disinfecting. Because of that unit, it doesn't matter who comes up in here. It doesn't matter what you're carrying, whether it's a cold, flu, or whether it's COVID. It's not spreading amongst the people who are here.
Wow, that's amazing. So that is really, really, really amazing. So the mobile device that you're wearing now is really great for people to purchase for when they're on the go, going shopping, going to affairs, whatever. It helps their space,
Yes.
correct?
Correct.
And help them breathe
Correct.
better air, and their air is not attacked. Is that pretty accurate?
That's pretty
Correct.
right on point. Right on point.
All right, great, terrific, terrific. Okay, so Bishop Austin,
Sure.
tell us, where did this technology start? When and how long has it been available to?
The company, the technology has been improved upon since 1928. So it's been around for a long time. ActivePure Technology started up in the space station. And so they enhanced that to be able to build off of that technology to bring it to market. And again, we're pretty much in all spheres of industries, whether it's the athletic industry and whether it's in sports or those type of things, hospitals, schools, now churches and businesses. And what we have here that we're talking about, there is technology where they can fit, of course, those larger entities in the commercial space, but we offer that portable and mobile space that you can, like getting in your car with the personal units. We even have units for animals that you can sit right next to the cage and plug it in, and takes care of the animals. And for the dog lovers and those people, we have another one that is strictly for the car and mobile. If you wanted to keep it and you're a person that Ubers, or a person that is a truck driver and you wanted to make sure your space was good, we have that there. But the company and the technology has been around forever. It's just, again, exposing it, because there's some things that have been around for a while, but we've never got engaged or never got introduced to it. And that was the purpose of Quality of Breath. And if I could say, Ms. Gloria, to go back to answer your question, the group of Quality of Breath is just the aspect of men and women that are in business to be able to qualify and get them, the information out. Valara is our distribution chain that we are operating under, and then ActivePure is the company and the technology. I just wanted to make sure we answered that question.
I appreciate that. And then, of course, Quality of Breath is the group that you guys form with other entrepreneurs from all over the country. Right. And how long since you formed that that group? Is that recent, or has it been a few years?
About
now?
a year. About a year. We got a year, and it evolved. It was, again, 2 or 3, and then 2 or 3, and then they told 2 or 3, and then we vetted. And the biggest thing that we like to say about Quality of Breath is that we vet the people to make sure their heart is in the right place with what they're doing. It's something that we have to make sure, because of who we represent. Exactly. We want to make sure that we operate in integrity, authenticity, and authority.
Exactly. And it sounds like it's become very, very successful, and it's caught on like wildfire, which is awesome. We've still got a lot of good information that we're going to cover coming up in our second half of our show. Excellent. Don't forget, if you've got a question for Bishop Lorenzo, Austin, if you've got a question for Kim, James, I want you to put that in the chat so that we can get that question to them, and they can go ahead and answer and help you out. And of course, if you're interested in being a part of Quality of Breath, maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you like to take part and become a part of that and help it grow, we're going to give you some contact information. We're going to take a break right now, and we're going to see you on the other side. So stay tuned.
The Volara Air and Surface Pro is a powerful surface and air purification unit designed to help you and your family experience safer surfaces and breathe healthy air every day. The Volara Air and Surface Pro features a new and improved patented ActivePure cell that helps destroy over 99.9% of all surface and airborne contaminants faster. The easy-to-use controls on the front of the unit offer solutions that are customizable to your environment, like 5 fan speeds, separate controls for normal surface and air purification, and increased smoke and odor control, as well as maintenance reminders. The Volara Air and Surface Pro improves the quality of indoor surfaces and air in spaces from 500 square feet up to 3,000 square feet, and utilizes positive and negative multi-point and RF ion generation, activated carbon and HEPA filters, along with our proprietary ActivePure technology to effectively treat exposed surfaces and air. Our ActivePure technology produces safe, low-level oxidizers and superoxide ions for basic everyday applications and is proven effective in several independent studies against bacteria, viruses, mold, and fungi on surfaces and in the air. ActivePure technology destroys over 99.9% of the harmful contaminants that can be left on surfaces between cleanings and significantly reduces dust, pet dander, and odors that regularly occur in the home or office. ActivePure technology is the only exclusive surface and air purification technology awarded the prestigious Certified Space Technology Seal of Approval, and in 2017 was inducted into the Space Technology Hall of Fame by the Space Foundation. Because ActivePure is both safe and powerful, it's an ideal solution for all kinds of people and places. Homeowners, pet lovers, asthma and allergy sufferers, caregivers, health advocates, educators, athletes, and more. The Volara Air and Surface Pro is the smart solution for everyone.
Welcome back to TalkBack Live with yours truly, Gloria Shea. We've got 2 very special guests with us today. We have Bishop Perry Austin. We have Deacon Kim James from Virginia. Kim James is from Virginia Beach, and Bishop is from Suffolk, Virginia, a state that's very dear to my heart. I used to live there for almost 20 years. They've got some really good information. If you've got a question for the guest today about improving your quality of breath, your quality of air, let's face it, we all know what's going on now with COVID. It hasn't really gotten a whole lot better. The country is averaging more than 2,000 newly reported deaths a day. So this is serious business, folks. This is serious stuff. And we've got the experts for you today, and they're going to tell you how you can, number 1, get a hold of them, order the product. Number 2, maybe you're an entrepreneur and maybe you like to become a part of their success story and help others in your own community. So with that being said, Bishop Austin, tell the viewers out there how they can contact you and Deacon Kim James and actually inquire about purchasing the product.
If you don't mind, I'm going to pass that to Kim because we do have a new system in place. So we're going to pass that to him to give that information out.
Sure, you can reach us at qualityofbreath@gmail.com. You can also reach by phone. The phone number is 757-477-2504. And we're also on Facebook under Quality of Breath. So you have 3 different means of reaching us. You can also check out the information we will always share with you. There's a website. It's called www.activepure.com. So that's www.activepure.com. That gives you all the scientific information that you will be seeking and looking for, in a couple of videos as well. The information is tremendous. The science is tremendous. It is exclusive to ActivePure. There's nothing like it in the world, and it is here to transform and shake up the fighting of COVID.
Terrific, terrific, terrific. You guys are also recently, I understand, you made the news.
Yeah, yeah, we made the news, the local broadcast here called Hampton Road Show, and it went very well. And the funny, I laugh because we've been talking about this for almost a year, and because we made the news, it's like people are now flocking to the information. Sometimes they got to see it to believe it, type of thing. But we were just excited that we were up on the news and able to share that information. Ooh, excuse me.
That's all right.
The other news is the technology itself was written up in a Newsweek article. So they literally spoke about how it is transforming technology, and it's also reducing the cost, the energy consumption dealing with COVID, so that you're not required to run your HVAC, whether it be heating or cooling, in order to get the virus to run through a filter. So that's another key component that was in the Newsweek article on the 14th of this month. So
I saw that.
Stepped forward, looked at the technology, and said this is life transforming because it's fighting COVID like no one else can without chemicals.
That is for certain groundbreaking technology, I would say. And certainly with everything that's currently still going on with COVID, we want to be aware. We want to be knowledgeable, number one, and we want to be aware of things that we can do to help ourselves and help our loved ones, correct? So you guys are doing a great job. I commend you on your job thus far for sure. And congratulations on making the news there locally and making the news in Newsweek. That's not a small feat, okay? That's not a small feat at all. So tell so we can reach you, and I'm going to repeat the number, and we're going to repeat this. You can be reached at 757-477-2574. That's the contact number. I'm sorry, go ahead.
2504.
04.
Okay, so it's 2504. Got it. Okay. So you can be reached at 757-477-2504. They're locally in Virginia, or they can call you from anywhere, actually. Yes. And they'll get a hold of you direct, Kim, or Correct. Bishop Perry?
They'll get a hold of me directly.
Okay, great. Well, you guys are knowledgeable, and I like that. You guys know your product, the benefits of it and everything. And I must say, I'm totally surprised that we haven't heard more about it. Even here in my area, I'm not saying there are commercials that do come on television though that I see, and it actually talks about a bigger model that's much larger. Probably what you were talking about a little earlier there, Kim, that you have in the house. So that is on television, but the remote, the portable item, I never even knew that it existed.
Wow.
Well,
as far as go ahead, Doc.
No, I was just saying, it's to each his own. Word of mouth is the best advertisement in traveling, and we just found out that the portable unit, it works on a day-to-day basis. When we're going into the grocery store, whether riding in the car, we're still protected. Whether we're in small gatherings, we're still there. And again, as Kim was saying about, the mask is only ranked on the low end according to the CDC science. So this is an extra layer of protection that you can have portably and personally to be able to do what needs to be done. The home units are, another step up, and it's great. But what do we do when we step outside the house? That it's great to come home and get basically a cleansing from the air standpoint, but an invisible shower of getting all that stuff off. But it's important that when we go back out, that we have this, because truth be told, we're great when we're home, but we got to go out and work or church or do business. So it's that
exactly. And the mobile unit is it's so user friendly, it appears to be, and like you said, you can take it wherever you go. So that's pretty important. So we want you, all of our viewers out there, be sure, give them a call, Quality of Breath, at 757-477-2504. Give them a call. Go to their website, www.activePure.com, I believe is what Kim had just shared with us. So tell us, guys, how much of an investment, if I'm an entrepreneur, let's say, and I wanted to become a part of your group, what's the procedure there? How does that work?
Kim, you want me to? Okay. So we basically go through an interviewing process. So we not necessarily a resume, but it's really to kind of just sit down and talk and say, hey, where's your heart at? Because we need longevity and we leave, as well as credibility too. If you wanted to bring it to there's no per se cost to be a part of what we're doing, but there is that cost of we're looking for people long term to be able to get it out, and then helping them develop that market share wherever they're going to be at to be able to bring it to market the proper way. And but yeah, it's definitely something worth doing in this season that we're in. It's so important to get. We're walking around, like you said, how many 2,000 people a day are dying? So
Per day.
and
Still.
that affects our community. So why wouldn't you want to share the information? And there are some wonderful funds that come back to you from a business standpoint as well.
Correct, I'm sure. But the heart of the matter is helping others have a better quality of life and are able to fight COVID. Help family members, loved ones fight COVID, because let's face it, no one knows how long we're going to have to deal with this pandemic. It's been around now over 2 years. So it's pretty important. I think having this product, and I'm so glad that you guys came on today to share this information, because there are not enough people out there that know about it. So you're doing a great thing, a great work there, Bishop and Deacon Kim James, a great work sharing the information. So tell us again how the viewing audience can get a hold of you. The website, repeat the website information.
Sure. So we're on Facebook under Quality of Breath. We're also, you can reach me at Gmail, which is qualityofbreath@gmail. And we also have a contact information, which is 757-477-2504. And also the website, which is www.activepure.com, which gives you all the information about the technology.
Awesome. How's the weather in Virginia there today?
It's sunny over here in Suffolk, and we had the rain yesterday. So
did you?
Hopefully I can
Okay.
go out and make s'mores with my grandson later on tonight. So
Awesome. And you guys, the storm has kind of passed you guys by, it seems. I don't remember hearing anything about you guys having any bad storms recently.
The Ida that came through, it took my tent. but that was a while back. But yeah, I had on the deck back there. But for the most part, it was a quick thing going up the East Coast. And but yeah, over here in Suffolk, we had a little bit of tornadoes and a little bit of heavy rain and stuff. But recently, no. Last week or two.
Well, thank God. I've got a lot of friends in Virginia. And if you're watching, I want you to give them a call, 757-477-2504. I want you to call them and inquire about the product. I've got a lot of peeps in Virginia, and I'm sure they're watching, and I'm sure they will respond. It's been my pleasure to have both of you on TalkBack Live today. And thank you for sharing some very, very good information. Don't forget, go to TalkBack with Gloria on YouTube, like and subscribe, share the show with everyone out there. Tell everyone you know about TalkBack Live. We're growing. We've got some exciting guests coming up. And we also want to thank our prior guest on, Justin Glanville from PBS here locally in the city of Cleveland. We had a fun show there. It's been a great show, guys. I thank you for coming on. Too bad we don't have more time to talk a little bit more, but that's okay. We're going to take care of that too. Thank you guys for being with us today. And thank you to all of my viewers out there. Until next time, America. That's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed the show today. Be sure and go to our Facebook page, TalkBack, a thought-provoking talk format. That's TalkBack, a thought-provoking talk format. Leave us a review. Let us know what you think of TalkBack. It can only make us better. Be sure to check us out on Spotify, also Twitter, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, wherever podcasts are heard. Be sure, check us out on YouTube. Again, thank you for listening. Until next time, America.
You have been listening to TalkBack with my grandma on Spotify. Be sure and catch her every weekend. Oh, and by the way, my name is Kari. Bye.